Hello everyone, it's Dees from Turtle Dove. I am here with another project share. I have made 2 Christmas themed tag flips which are going to a couple of lovely ladies. So just before I show you through the tag flips, I just wanted to mention in my last project share video I made these rosettes and I was showing you the bag toppers and I was horrified on editing the video, but this particular bag topper has a hole in there and silly me didn't cut that off. So guess what, I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to make a new one and I've got plenty of that paper. But yeah, it's just hilarious that I didn't see that while I was putting it together. But anyway, things like that happen, so that's life. That's the crafting life. Now, onto the Christmas tag flips, which took me so long to make, but I enjoyed every moment of it. I keep saying I'm a slow crafter, so I'd love to know how long it takes other people, other crafters, how long it takes to make these sort of things. I did use all my tags that I've been collecting over some time. Every time I buy a craft item or clothes or anything else, see, I've already got some more gathering up. So this one here was from a packet of tassels that I bought ages ago and I just opened it up, but that can make 2. So what I did was I covered them back and front, each tag, with the paper from the paper pad that I was using. Now these, I have 2 tassels here, I'll show you the other one in a moment. They're pretty big, so I'll just show you one at a time, but I use the DCWV paper pads, the same that I used for the rosettes. So that was the 12 Days of Christmas and the Dear Santa. So this is the Dear Santa. Oh, here's a rogue tag. Just put that in there. So that's going to be for my next lot. And this is a really good way of using, not throwing tags out when you purchase items, and you can just alter them into a fancy, or embellish them I should say, into a fancy tag. Now if I have some smaller rings, I will transfer them. This is a little bit big, but I don't mind the big ones actually. I just need to see if I can get them in gold as well as silver. But let's put it all around the right way so I can show you. And they are decorated front and back, so they look really nice on both sides. So I'll start with the smaller ones and then work up to the bigger one. So I have all sorts of, or I had all sorts of different sized and shaped tags, and I just used the DCW Dear Santa paper pad. I put some charms on this one, this little mesh piece here over these little envelopes that was gifted to me from Soleil, and I love the little sugar cane charm. Hopefully you can see that. And then there's some Christmas bells, and I don't have many punches, paper punches, but I do have a round scalloped one, and I use that a lot in my crafting. So I've just layered it and put a little iridescent flat back pearl on that one. I used a lot of the glossy accents too. I've been using a lot of that. Now this was actually from another paper pad which somehow got mixed up, but it's still pretty. And it is a DCWV paper pad as well, but I haven't, other than this piece that was floating around, I haven't used it, so I just kept that simple and put a little sequin there. This is the Father Christmas with the star and the little charm. I used some eyelash trim that was gifted to me from Soleil. I've used all this up now. I think I've got a couple of small pieces left, but I loved using that up. So this one is Dear Santa with a little stamp, and I used some gold twine and sequins. Now this cheeky fox, you'll see him on the other side in a moment, but he is some ephemera that I bought ages ago, and I can't even remember where I got it from. So I just wanted to add him to that. So mostly it's the paper pad, but here and there I've added a few different things. Beautiful mint trim or yarn, or it's not eyelash trim. I don't know what you call it. Let me know what you call this. It's mini eyelash trim, maybe I could say. And I put another little iridescent gem on there, and there's a little letter, and I glittered that up with my glitter paint. And this one here, I cut out a star and put some trim on there, and this is an ornament from last year, a wooden ornament, so I placed that at the bottom, just punched a hole out there, and these are some gold alpha beads, and this one I just used a head pin, and this is Christmas. And hopefully it won't fall off, but whoever gets them, I'm sure they'll be able to put it back on, because I'm not the best at jewellery making. Now this one says Holly Jolly, and it has a mitten, a charm, and I just liked this colour, mermaid heart, gemmy, with its iridescence. It just suited the paper here at the back. And this one I just cut out a Christmas boot or sock or stocking, whatever you call it, and inked some gold around the edge of that, kept the back pretty plain, and I backed that up with this beautiful iridescent tinsel, which you'll see on the other side in a moment. I added a couple of little goodies. There's a Father Christmas tag and one of these trees, a little wooden ornament that the recipient can use for crafting or as an ornament. Just a little sequin mix I made up, including the pink wreaths, some gold sequins, large and small, some pink sequins, oh sorry, not pink, they're bugle beads, and then the little white iridescent sequins. And the last one is the biggest one, and it just says Happy Christmas, with another little wooden snowman, some gemmies, and a little gold heart. And then I finished it off with some gold rickrack trim. And lastly, I made this tassel using this beautiful tinsel, iridescent tinsel with white and all sorts of trims and gold tinsels. And I put some little bells on there and some peppermint green ribbon. So let's do the opposite side now. So that's the back of that one. So I've stuck one of my wreaths that I have had in my stash for a while. Some green hearts with wishes, and it's the sequins and the little tag. Now that was the back of this one here, and I just added some of these iridescent flat backed pearls, and I thought that looked nice just on its own. So this one is again from another ephemera pack that I had, and I just inked that outline in sort of a bluey green just to soften it up a little bit. So the back is a little plainer, but they still look really nice either side. So here's a bauble that I cut out. Actually, did I cut that out, or was that part of... I can't remember now. I've been doing this for so long. But anyway, this is a bauble, and I put some red glitter glue on that, you can see, with a gemmy. Here's this Christmas stocking, and that was already glittered up. I just added a green heart to that. And there's the cute cheeky fox on the other side. And I just thought the colours went really well with that paper, so I added that. And then here's a couple of little scatter Christmas trees, table scatters that I had. Just added that to it. A couple of stars. One's glittered, one's plain, with that foam sheet. Some more ephemera that I found, and I inked the edge of that just slightly. This is like a little lolly candy. This one is Ho Ho Ho, with a wreath in the back and the scalloped circle. That was hard to do because this tag was scalloped, and when I placed the paper at the back and front, once the glue dried, I had to try and cut in, and it was very hard. So that's not perfect, but it's still pretty. So that's the first tag, and I really love how they turned out. I should make myself one, but what am I going to do with it? It's always nice to receive things like this from other crafters, just because other crafters know how much time you put into things, and they really appreciate things, I find. Now this one was from the 12 Days of Christmas paper pad, and it's the same deal. I've done the back and the front. I made a tassel as well. So this has more the blues and pinks. So there's another little candy or lolly wrapped up, and I finished that with glossy accents. This one's a little wooden glittered piece, just a parcel. I love the star paper at the back on that one, and I inked the outside of that as well. This was from the ephemera pack that I have in my stash, and I just added some gold tinsel to that and added a little bit of glitter to the centre of the flower with a gemmy in the middle. And these are some turtle doves with some bells on there, and I just found this pretty blue gemmy trim that I glued around. These are my snowmen with some more of that trim, and a pretty little snowflake charm. This one I love. It's a shaker tag. It doesn't really shake a lot because the netting is quite attached to it quite tightly. So there's some silver snowflakes under that, with an iridescent glittered star, and the fa la la, and another little blue snowflake at the top, and a pretty coloured candy cane. These two were part of the ephemera set, not part of the paper set. The thing is, I forget where the ephemera is from, because what I do is take it out of its package and then put it in a container, and then over time I forget. So mostly I buy them from not the reject shop, the browsing, or the reject shop perhaps. This one's really pretty. They have swans on the paper, very pale blue, and I used this mesh that Soleil gifted me. It looks like it's got snow on it. That's why I love that. And then there's some little Christmas tree scatters in there. And pink bow. And here's a deer hiding from the back and peeking out. And there's a tree. Some more birds on a pot. And some rick-rack, gold rick-rack. And it says at the bottom, Holiday Wishes. And that's all finished off with the glossy accents. And this one has Noel, the alpha beads, and a Christmas tree charm. Mary with that gold tinsel, the mini tinsel. It's really pretty, I love it. It's so fine. And then just a couple of sequins on that one. And I inked the edge with the gold. I added this to this tag. It's another Christmas ornament that I have sitting in my drawer for crafting. And I added some of that gold tinsel and a pink bead with a bell. And there's some gold and white twine as well. And then this one's pretty simple. Just a few gemmies there with sequin. Some little goodies. Another shaker mix, sequin mix. You can use for shakers or whatever. And another tag. Christmas tree. Wooden skate. And some of that gemmy strip. Got to be careful with that, I don't want it to break. So the recipient can take those off the tag clip or leave them on, whatever they want to do. Now this one's cute. It's got the stocking here. It's finished with glossy accents. I put all these little silver polystyrene glittered balls along there. And they're stuck down with some really good glue, so I can't see them moving. And then there's a string of pearls either side of that. And then hanging at the bottom is this cute little Christmas elf. And I just added some of those pink, iridescent pink gemmies to that as well. So I thought that's really cute. So the recipient can take that off and use it as a ornament or keep it on as part of the tag flip. And then here's my tassel. So there's blues and the golds and the whites. And there's some silver ribbon. Some gold, that iridescent tinsel, really pretty. So let's do the opposite side now. Now this was a headband for a child, and I think I've got 2 or 3 of these. So it's one of those, it looks sort of puffy, but I thought it was really cute. There's the 2 gifts. Merry Christmas, and this was just a sticker, sort of a puffy sticker that I had in my stash with some gold tinsel at the bottom and a sticker flower at the top. Thought it looked nice. I think the longest process of this was actually preparing the tags before embellishing and then finding all the embellishments that I wanted to use. It does take a while because you forget what you've got and where they are. So this is cute. These are little Christmas chicks with a scarf on their necks, and put some of that pearl trim down there and a little gold flat back gemmy. Now this is the other side of that deer. And I just put some gold rick-rack down the bottom. And I left him pretty simple because he's already glittered up. He's got a scarf on him, so he doesn't need any more doing up. These are some pearl snowflakes that I've had in my stash for some time now. So I thought I'd use that up. That sort of suits that paper, and just inked the edge of that with some pretty pink blush ink. Here's some more of that ephemera, and it wants to curl up, but that's fine. And I'll just finish that off with a gemmy in the centre. There's another bauble, and I put some of that glitter, iridescent glitter paint on there. So that looks really nice. Finished it off with some of that beautiful iridescent eyelash trim. There's another Christmas stocking with some of that gold mini tinsel, and a sticker, and I'm not the best at tying bows, but I found this and I really liked that gold. It's sort of it's not a yellow gold, it's more of a white gold. It's really beautiful. And you can see the flower from the other side, sort of looking through. So I've got a couple more. It's another bauble with a little gemmy, finished off with that glitter paint. And lastly we have this beautiful little gold heart. So that is it, guys. That is my 2 tag slips that I made, and I'm really excited to be giving these out. So I hope this wasn't too long. Maybe I should have did it separately in 2 different videos, but anyway, this is what I did. So thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching, I'll have another project share soon coming up with some Christmas cards that I've made. And anyway, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Look after yourselves. Happy crafting. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.